sorry, you gotta go, you gotta go. You get booted, you get booted.
They're like, she moved me from the hot spot.
And so they
And then
died.
kicks me out the house. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Hey, I sent you to a better home. You should be happy. Now you're living and thriving.
No Claudia's though, because she'll put him in the basement.
She
And give him to
No.
locks
no
them up.
more. She'll kill
Locks
it.
them up in the dungeon. Throw away
No,
the
I feel
key.
so bad. My babies are down there. And when I go down there and I'm like, I don't see you every day, so I can't talk to you like I normally would.
Hi, everyone.
Welcome to Shut Up and Thrive, the podcast that will inspire you to live your best life.
Three best friends who have been growing, motivating, and inspiring each other.
I'm Vanilla. I bring the fun.
And this is Claudia, the passionate one.
And your girl Nair, sprinkling in the creativity.
When you listen to Shut Up and Thrive, it will remind you of your chats with your own BFFs.
Join in every week as we discuss all the things that make you want to shut up and thrive.
So, are you ready?
Let's get into the conversation.
Ooh, ooh.
And today's conversation is plants.
Plant life.
Yes, today we will be talking about our plants and our journey. I have some stories. You have stories. Welcome
And
to
how it
Shut Up and
relates
Thrive.
to our overall wellness, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So we want to start off.
We already started.
How many plants do you have, ladies?
Ooh,
Oh.
we're going right into that.
Right into that.
I don't know. I didn't count my plants.
Yeah, I honestly don't know how many plants I have.
I guess I didn't do my homework.
But last time my daughter counted, probably like a year or so ago, I did have over 100. Oh no, I don't think I had over 100. I think I had 80. Which
And you had a goal to get 100.
I never had a goal to have. Never had a goal to have this many plants. I just would get it. I got into plants, okay, and we can each talk about our story about how we got to where we are now. But I got into plants, and as I was into getting into plants, I would see a plant that I liked and I'd want it. I don't think I have that many repeats. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like all of my plants are different kinds of plants. A few repeats.
Because you give them to me when they become repeats.
When I make more, yeah.
Yeah, she propagates and gives.
No, I mean I don't buy the same plant over and over. Like of course
okay.
a plant is growing, so it's gonna repeat itself. That's just natural. I mean like I'm not going out and buying 10
plants.
10 monsteras.
Right.
Unless they're different types of monsteras.
Right, different types. That's why I have so many, because it's a genus of plants, a species of plants, and then they have so many in that species, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I definitely think I have over 100 plants at this point.
I have maybe 20 right now, and they're not doing so good.
So you say right now, at what point do you think you had the most, and how many did you have?
I think I had about 30, because I lived in a small apartment, so it's kind of hard.
Bad.
So I think I had 30 plants throughout COVID, because that's when it started for me.
Mm-hmm.
Having that, I had one plant prior to COVID that a coworker gave to me, and that plant's still alive. So I started getting into it, and he gave me another 2. So my office had 3 plants, and then I'm like, okay, I think I could do this. I'm like, I could be a plant mom. And then it evolved during COVID, getting all of these plants in the house, but now they're not here.
So you've lost 10 about average, about 10 of your
And I'm
plants.
on the verge of losing the rest.
I told you I would babysit, planty sit. I told you I would.
I know, I probably should send them over to you guys.
I still have the one that I'm like growing for you.
Your baby for me, I know.
I'm about to put it in the mother pot and just cut new ones for you.
Oh, let it grow and then give it to me.
Right, as a housewarming.
I gotta find a place to put my plants in this house. I don't know what to do. The layout is different.
It's usually by the windows. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you can
even if you have them on the ground by the windows to start.
Yeah, but that's me. I think I've lost 10. Yeah, and I have like 20 left.
That's good.
My poor babies. V?
Where I'm sitting right now, I can count about like over 40. But I know there's
In
some
one
in the
room.
ground. No, these 2 rooms.
Okay.
The one in front of me and the room where I'm at right now. No, I did in
I
my
see
mind.
2
I count,
behind you.
the one
count
in my,
those?
I counted some in my mind, like in my bedroom
Mhm.
or in the kitchen. So a
So
bit over 40
I'm the
plants.
crazy obsessive plant person with over 100. But to
Well,
be fair,
you're the person who has kind of been on the journey of taking care
Longer.
of plants more.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think I've had plants way longer than any of you because I don't remember not having plants.
I've always had plants too,
You know?
but
It was never though a journey like, oh, I need this piece, this type.
Mhm.
Like even
Mhm.
that I picked up when you started your journey with your plants. You saying this one is called. I was like, Nay, what is this called? I have this plant. What is it called? So like my journey with plant was never to learn what they were. It was just it's pretty. I want it. Always had plants. Always gave people plants. You know what I mean? Since I lived in Cape Verde with my grandmother, it was about plants. Had to take care of plants outside. It was totally different than us, but so the journey, I'd say, with different species. Is it species of plants? You'd say
I don't know. I would say, right? Species or genus.
different types of plants. So definitely when you started, and especially when you had given me a lot of little babies.
Yep, she started giving us babies.
Yeah. So then that got me to be like, okay, now you showed me this new plant. When I saw it, then I would buy it. Like it thrives inside, then I would buy it. But yeah, cool.
Yeah, but what I was saying is I have a lot of plants, but like I also have a big space that I can space them out in my house.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So to me, it doesn't feel like it because I have a group in one room and then a group in another room. But like I've always had plants too. Like I remember this one plant I've literally had since me and first apartment. And then once I got more into, and I just had them, would water them, wouldn't really care about them, just to have plants because that's just something I've always grown up with is you always have plants in your house, you know what I mean? But I was not good with plants. Like I feel like I had like 2 plants that I've always had. And those were like the easy type of plants and the plants that everybody has in their house. But then I remember Peter gave me a orchid for my birthday one year. And I was like, okay, I'm going to do my best to keep this plant alive. I'm going to take care of it. It died. So then I was like, oh, but I really felt like I thought I just had a black thumb. I'm like, I'm not good with plants. And that's why I don't have a lot of plants. But then I was like, you know what? I'm going to try again. Because they're so pretty, right? Especially the orchids. You see them at the store and they have the beautiful flowers.
They're impossible to kill. They're beautiful.
Yeah, that's what they say.
And
they
what
bloom
do?
forever.
And that's a hard plant. A lot of people who own plants will tell you that orchids are hard plants to take care of. And so what do I do as like my first plant to try and be a good plant mom is I go for the hardest plant, right? But then I started like researching, right? As soon as I start researching, that's it. It's over. I'm going down a rabbit hole. And so I'm researching how to take care of orchids. And then, I start taking care of it. And it's living, it's doing better. So then I start reading about other plants. So I'm like, okay, let me try this plant. And then I found out there's this whole community of people that just are obsessed with plants. So then I'm like, okay. And then I started learning about plants. You see them on YouTube, you see them on Instagram, you start following plant pages. And that's it, it was over. And for me, it was before COVID. So this was like 2018. Was like when I started. By 2019, early 2020, I already had accumulated like all of my plants. Like most of my plants I've had at least two years. So then everybody started getting into plants and I'm like, this is old news for me because I've been having my plants.
Yeah. It's the same thing with the curly hair and the plants. I'm like, no, me and my BFFs, we've been having curly hair and we've been had plants. But social media is totally different when it brings up trends, is it? I guess new trends and plant made their debut definitely in when COVID started, right? Around that time.
Oh yeah, because everybody was home. You know what I mean? So everybody was home and people are like looking into ways to make their space nicer, right?
Yes.
Right.
Make it, a beautiful place. So that's when a lot of people started getting into it.
To the point that there was no plants or pots in the stores.
Yes.
Yes, that was true.
Pot hunting. We would go like, what store are you in, guys? I'm at TJ Maxx and they have pots.
Yeah.
Oh yes, I'm coming.
There's new plants. They restocked at Home Depot.
Oh, Home
Remember?
Depot.
We be sending each other videos and
Oh yeah.
pictures.
I felt like I was there every day.
For
I think he
real.
was.
Yeah, probably was. I love to shop. My
Yeah.
poor plants. But yes, I became a plant lover. I think I've always liked plants, but never really had them in my home. The plants have always been around, but they die. Because for some reason there wasn't a lot of love to give them. I didn't know I was supposed to give them love, but I'm glad I know now because they do make my house pretty and the air is supposed to be real good for the air in your house and all of that good stuff for the plants. So, do you guys have a favorite plant?
My favorite plant is whichever one is thriving at the moment.
Hallelujah. Exactly. I was like, I know Claudia's gonna ask me, and I'm gonna be like, it's
Well,
whoever's
okay.
doing a good job.
Yeah, I have to say, probably my favorite is my Monstera, my huge Monstera, because that was one of the plants that I got like when I first started accumulating plants. So when I got it, it was one of those plants that everybody wanted, but people couldn't really find.
Find it, yeah.
So I actually ordered it online. I think it was from Amazon, like some
Yeah.
seller that sold on Amazon, but they didn't have them at Home Depot. They didn't have them like, locally for us. So since I've gotten that plant, it's just been growing nonstop. It grows in the winter, it grows in the summer. It's always growing. It's massive. So I got it in 2019. It's 2022, so it's 3 years old, and it literally came with 3 or 4 leaves, and I can't even count how many leaves it has. And the thing about it is, some plants like the leaves will grow, but older leaves will die.
Yeah.
This one literally has only lost like 2 or 3 leaves.
Mm-hmm.
So that plant is like really good. I have a second Monstera, you guys know, the one that we all got together. Remember when they finally showed up in the stores and I went to the Home Depot near my job, I was like, look, I found these Monsteras here.
Mine died.
The whole thing.
Yeah, remember it had the root problem?
Yeah, you struggled with that one.
Yeah, I did. Now I got 2 beautiful ones, but they're like
Mine's thriving
Yeah.
from
the one we all got together, right?
Yeah, but it literally too kind of died. I think they all came with some root, but I was able to save some of mine, Claudia, and I put it in water and it rooted. So now it needs a new pot with new dirt, but it's doing good.
Yeah, I think I saved some and then it ended up growing a little bit. I think I have one that's still from that plant.
That's good. But yeah, mine, the one I got too, it was starting to die. I didn't have to like unpot it completely. I just repotted it and it was slow, but then eventually started growing. But it's not like compared to my original Monstera, like it's like this, I don't know. How do you explain it? Like, the favorite child.
That's true. I'm gonna say I really don't have a favorite one at the moment. Like, because every time I get them,
favorite?
What's that red one that I gave Vanilla that kills?
You give Vanilla that kills?
Yes.
Vanilla kills?
Vanilla killed it.
I don't kill plant.
Is it the ruby?
Oh, the rubber tree. The
rubber tree one, the burgundy one. But
yeah, I love
you had given me a black, no, not black.
No, it was burgundy. We got the same one.
Yeah, but I think that mine also came with some root issues because as soon as I repotted it, day after day, a leaf would fall off of that plant. Fall off. I have one right now and just sits there and every day it's shooting up some.
Nice.
I have that one.
The burgundy one?
It's a rubber plant.
Yeah.
When it comes out, it looks red, but then it looks darker, like a dark green,
it's a
maybe.
Dark burgundy, color. That one that I bought for you and for me, that one lasted until like this past November.
And then you killed it.
It grew. I mean, it lasted for at least a year. It just kept
falling, the leaves, and then I'm like, because the move that I did here, when I moved here, it completely died.
So throughout that time that you had it, was it thriving or was it dying?
No, it was thriving.
No, it was growing leaves.
It was growing leaves, falling old leaves, getting new leaves. And then it died on me. But that one was my favorite. And then now my favorite ones, besides the Monstera that I really like, I have two of them, monster ones, which I'm afraid about to go down to because of where the location I have them. Remember, I bought them for like $10 at Shaw's.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
remember.
My
remember that.
mother got a couple too, so like we were just looking for them everywhere. That one, I have two of those. Those are my favorite, and then the other one is the Z plant. So I have the green and the
Oh,
burgundy
ZZ
one
plant.
too. Yeah, so I have those two.
You have the black one.
The
The
black one,
black,
yeah.
yeah. Oh, yeah, I do like that one too.
That one I've been trying to keep it alive because it's the most expensive plant I've ever
Which
bought.
one?
It's
The
the
ZZ plant.
I gave you one
Oh, you're talking about the black ZZ
black
plant?
ZZ, yeah.
Mhm. I paid like 30 something dollars for a small one, and now it's growing.
Yeah, those are slow. They grow slow.
Yeah, but I have a green one that's really pretty. But those are my favorite ones.
Cool. How
Well, I
about you?
like all my plants. My favorite, like I said, whoever is thriving. I probably had favorite when I would name them. I no longer name them, the plants.
Isn't it hard to keep track though? Like what you
Yeah,
name?
after a while I was like, okay, like you're a monster and you're a monster. And then we named that family. It's probably one that I have a lot of repeat. The Crookies
Crookie
family.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Crookie is my plant's name.
Yeah.
So
But
Crookie,
Crookies family
it's
is
behind you, the one that's behind you right now.
oh yeah. That's
That's a
Crookie's
dumb kid.
brother. So I've had that plant. That plant I've had. That plant is the whole family is over 16 years old, and like I've given it to everybody and their mothers.
Oh, my
'Cause
mother's looks
they
nice.
thrive really good, yeah.
Yeah,
Especially if
they're
you give them
easy.
love and dirt, they're very easy. Also, the one up there, Naya gave me a little cutting, and it's doing so good because it's growing so
Looks
much.
big.
Yep, being so big. And I have those repeats definitely. So those that grow really fast, I have a lot
Yeah.
of repeat. And I do have 3 different ZZs, 2 that's potted, and then I still have the one you gave me in water.
It's been like what, 6 months?
Probably.
That's sad.
That's really sad. And it has like it grew a little, so which
The
was
bulb.
good. So I think maybe when I do put it in dirt, it will hold on
It
better.
probably wants dirt at this point if it
Yeah.
grew that little bulb.
Yeah, I got dirt, so I just need to, make some time to give them love. I don't have anyone really dying right now. Any plant that's dying that needs to be resurrected. But I've had some in the past.
It's time to resurrect them.
What's the plant
have
that
any
you've
right now.
lost? What was your greatest loss when it came to plants?
Well,
I'm so sad.
when we started this whole we're collecting plants type thing, my greatest loss would be that I remember is the one that Claudia gave me.
Oh, the
It died
burgundy.
so bad that I was like, ooh, plants die like that. Like it was weird. I've had plants. I really haven't had a plant die because of being neglected or anything. It's just I think they just grew old. And
Plants grow old and die
Yeah.
though?
Right?
They're always regenerating. No, plants don't just die. Flowers die. Plants don't
Yeah.
die.
I don't know. Maybe they were outside plants for like seasonal because I was like, okay, you're gone and you're gone. But maybe it would come back.
Come back. Yeah.
Or something. I don't know. But what dies on me most are succulents till this day because I overwater. I overwater everything. So
You're overwater. I'm an underwater. How about you,
Me too.
Claudia?
I'm an
Underwater.
underwater. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think I tend to overwater.
What's your
year.
biggest loss, Claudia?
It's got to be the heart.
String
The
of
one-
hearts.
The string of heart. And then the second one was my turtle.
Oh.
You
I
just
cried.
kill them all.
They cried.
How many turtles have you had though? Haven't you had 2?
No, it was just that one.
No,
I
remember
didn't
the
have 2.
first one we got from the local lady. Me and you got the little one.
Oh, yeah.
And then
that's
I-
true. And then
and
I
the
got the
big one.
massive one from
Yeah.
you. Yeah, it died.
Both died.
You got a massive turtle from
Remember? I went to the
Nair.
not for
Oh,
me.
you bought it. Okay.
I went to the store and I sent you guys
I'm ready.
pictures.
Always ready
I'm
to
like-
attack.
No, I found 2. So I was like, and they weren't as not popular, but they weren't like they were hard to find during that time, those
Yeah.
turtles. So when I saw 2, I was like, I'm not gonna leave these behind, and I sent it to our chat, and Claudia responded first. So I was like, y'all gonna have to fight it out because there's only 2. So
Yeah.
I
I have
would.
killed those stringy things. You've given me I think the peas one maybe.
No,
Well,
the
my
banana.
sister gave me the peas.
Banana.
You've given
I
me
gave
you-
banana. And right now I have the turtle,
Mm-hmm.
but the other two are gone.
Yeah,
Uh,
they're hard because
Yeah.
they're kind of they're succulents too. So I'm
Oh.
the same way. Like my succulents are, they die. I maybe just now I'm starting to get the hang of succulents. It's because for a long time I believed that succulents didn't need water. I thought they were like cactus where they just water once in a while, but succulents are like water. You have to water them. So when I started watering them more, now I'm seeing that my
But you still water them like weekly or?
yeah, like weekly, like my other
But it's
plants.
literally like little drops.
No, like I water them to like
Oh,
water the soil.
these
All of my
strings.
plants, including succulents, I water them normal watering. I don't
Okay,
just put
so
a little
even like
drop.
the cactus type succulent ones, those hate
Yep.
water from at least from
Okay,
me.
so
I
my
always kill them.
true cactus, like a real cactus, I water maybe once a month. Like a real
Mm.
cactus that you find in the desert. But succulents are different. Succulents are not cactus and they like water.
Okay.
So maybe that's why. And you're a person who likes to water your plants, so I'm surprised you kill
yeah.
succulents.
Yeah, they get like I overwater them. I mean, I overwater
Girl,
my
you must be a
succulents.
real
You must be
overwaterer.
drowning them.
And I had the most beautiful money tree, and Savannah was like, "You
Yes, money
overwater
bag.
this
Wait,
thing."
wait.
So
Is this the one that we both have? The big. Where is it? Is it dead?
I moved it over there. No, it still has that one thing lingering on the thing. Remember?
So mine too. So we both have these big money trees. You know how it comes with like 5 stems braided?
Mm-hmm.
Literally 4 of the 5 are dead.
Yeah.
But that one is alive and is shooting mad leaves.
I know you told me that, so I will press the trunk
Bark.
to see if if they're getting soft. They're still hard. So I'm
So
like,
that's
okay,
hope
maybe
right
they're
there.
not dead, and maybe I never repotted it though since I bought it. It's still sitting in the same pot it came from the store. So it's probably
Me
like
too.
I have no vitamins, no minerals, you know what I mean? And it's not
Yeah.
growing.
Mine too, and I'm almost afraid to repot it because I don't want that one stem to die.
Yeah. But I think mine wants to be repotted. So
And
I'm
you know,
gonna do
money
it.
tree, like they're supposed to bring you money, right? And I feel that's messed
Bad
up. If my
vibe.
money, yeah, like
Yeah.
they're supposed to give me money and my money trees keep dying. And I had a little one too that was the same thing, and I only have one stem left. So if anybody knows about money
Got it.
trees and the meaning, what does it mean if all the stems but one lives? Because
Right.
that's the situation I'm in with both of my money trees.
Okay, so I do got all my stems still, and I got all the trunks, and then one stem is doing good, but the
Yeah.
rest.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
mine looks pretty sad. It's not
It's
fully
like I
dead
want money
yet,
to
but
rain,
it's
like the
dead.
leaves on that damn tree was raining on my floor. Like every morning, it was mad. I was like, "What's wrong with you?" Yeah,
Giving you money.
make it rain some money, just like that money tree.
So let's talk about the benefits. Like what, like, okay, this is a wellness podcast, right? So how do we tie plant life to thriving
How do we
It
tie it?
is calming. It's
to
kind
you?
of like I don't know, it kind of gives you life. Like when you get excited when they're growing and your emotions are up and down as they are. Like if they're sad, you're sad. So like I literally connect with my
I'm
plants and I'm like,
sad.
why are you dying? Like,
You
when they're
talk to your
thriving.
plants?
I do. I'm like, oh, you look so beautiful, baby. Keep it up. Keep it up.
Mhm.
Mommy likes it. Stay like that. So it's like it gives you something to focus on that's good for you. But if you take it too seriously, then that's not good. If you cry like all the time because you're killing plants, I suggest getting some help.
Or you
Because
give up, you quit on them
Yeah.
because they die.
you're supposed to enjoy them. It's life. It's almost like giving life at the same time and healing. And I do talk to my plants. I try to be the best plant mom I can be. I've been out of a cycle. It kind of keeps
Like
you
a
in a cycle when
routine.
like that routine that you have with them. Because I moved, that's been off. But I used to have my Sunday routines, like which plants I was watering on Sunday, which was midweek, so I had a schedule when they were looking beautiful.
Mhm.
But right now I really don't have one, and I feel like a terrible plant mom. It's
Do you
not
feel
good for
like
my
that
health.
because I know I don't think you've told our audience yet, but Claudia has her plants in her basement. Bad plant
Yes,
mom.
bad. But I have no place to keep them
She's
because
locked
my
them up
house,
in the dungeon.
well, they have lights. Okay, they have lights. It's just it's not the practical place that they're gonna have the air that they need to grow. So I know that. It's only been a month and a half since they've been down there, and I can already tell like they've been forgotten because I have been forgetting them because
Mm.
they're
So,
away.
but is it because you're not giving them the same attention or because they're there, the environment? What do you think?
I
Or
think
both?
it's both, to be
Yeah.
honest. I haven't been giving them too much attention because upstairs requires all my attention. I moved in renovations, still not completed. Hopefully, by the end of this month, it's completed and I can bring some up to my kitchen where I have the light and I have my counter that I have some of them that I want to keep there. So hopefully they
Yeah,
get
I mean, they're
better.
probably even doing better there than if you know under construction, the dirt, all
Yeah.
that
Just
stuff.
Yeah,
dust.
that's why I moved them. They were getting
Probably
so
better.
dusty and things like that, but I think I cleaned them enough, but they're still not getting the air that they need to grow and thrive. And I feel like a bad plant mom, but hopefully I can save some of them by bringing them up, especially my monsteras. I got two and they're looking pretty sad. So I think I'm going to can I bring them outside now?
When it's nice out, why not?
At night,
Spring.
just make sure it's not below, it doesn't fall below like 50
No,
or
not at
something.
night. When it's
Yeah,
sunny
but I
out,
can
right?
always bring it in my hallway at night.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Okay. I think I'm gonna bring those out because they need to be they looking little they need
Sad.
life. They need sun. They need to grow. They're my babies. I promise to be a better plant mom.
Yep. And another tip to be a better plant mom is plants. We don't think about it, but they love rainwater, right?
Mhm.
Or the wind. Like if they're next to the window, open your windows
Yeah.
and let the wind come in and hit them and stuff. Gather some rainwater to whenever it rains. Like during that storm,
Mhm.
so should have got some and we
I
didn't think
know,
about it.
right?
Yeah, they love
I
that.
think about that more like when it's warm, like in the summer.
Yeah.
Like if it's raining, I put the plants outside.
Mm-hmm. For a nice shower. My reason for loving plants is just because I think they're so beautiful. They remind me of nature, right? And they're green, my favorite color, most of them. So it definitely, it's like bringing a little bit of nature inside your house. So that makes me super, super happy. Like the other day, I have plants in my room. And my husband's like, I heard you're not supposed to sleep where your plants sleep. I was like, who told you that? It's like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever they're breathing out is not good for us. I was like, no, that's the opposite. Supposedly, I think, right, when we inhale the air, we exhale
What they need.
Toxic.
what they inhale, then exhale what we need, right? Oxygen.
Right, yeah.
So they throw us. He was like, no, it's the other way around. I was like, no, it's not. And I'm going to put more plants in my bedroom because they seem to like it in there. I don't have any plants in the bathroom. So I want to kind of, because I don't have good sunlight in there, but so I want to find plants that thrive with like humidity, maybe. It
Mhm.
doesn't need that
ZZ
much.
plants.
Yeah.
ZZ
My
plants
two
with low light, yeah, they're
yeah,
good.
my two ZZ plants are in my
So maybe I should
bathroom.
move that one out of the light one.
I mean, all plants are gonna love light.
Yeah.
They want light. They need light. But there's some that they'll maintain better in low light. Not to say
light,
they'll thrive, but they'll be fine in low light.
And then there's those special plants that you put in your bedroom because they purify the air, right? A lot of
Mhm.
plants purify the air.
Yeah.
So those are many reasons why I think plants in the house is amazing. And then I too, like I said, grew up having plants. So in Cape Verde, we had a lot of the aloe
Mhm.
plants.
Mhm.
There's always the not superstition, whatever, that it keeps negativity away. And I believe that too. So any plants that's supposed to bring in, like the money tree is supposed to bring money.
Mhm.
The aloe is supposed to keep negativity out, right? You should keep it by your door, they say. So for different reasons like that as well. I just love plants.
Cool.
Naya?
I love seeing them grow. I feel accomplished when I know that because of my care, they're able to thrive. So I like that about it. I like the aesthetic of it. So I'm always trying to arrange my plants in a way that looks nice. I feel like I got to a certain point and I'm kind of still there. So I'm still trying to work through it where like it's too much.
What's too much? The
Like I have
plants
too
or
many plants that it can look crowded and a little cluttery. So
Mhm.
I'm like kind of working through how to group them in a way that they look more pleasing and more aesthetic, as opposed to I just have a bunch of plants everywhere. You know what I mean? Like I want all these plants, but I want them in a way that they look nice
My
and they
favorite
fit.
is your kitchen.
Right. So yeah, the kitchen, I have mad plants there, but they're all on a one wall. So even though it's a lot of plants, because they're all grouped in one area, it just looks like one big living wall. You know what I mean? So like I'm trying to
and I
do
think
that.
that's so beautiful too. Like, yeah, plants all over is nice, but when they're grouped, it's so nice. Especially like when I go buy plants and I
Mhm.
go inside the
Shop.
greenhouse, I don't know what it's called.
Yeah.
It just feels so good to just be inside a totally crowded room full of
Mhm.
plants.
Yeah, I
I
love.
actually discovered one, and we're gonna have a date, and I'm gonna bring you guys to see it.
Yeah, I
I
think
sent the
you send it
video.
to us. Yeah. Yeah, I
Mhm.
love when you see like in a corner, like a group of plants, like you see them from the floor all the way up. You know what I mean? Like how they're
Yes.
like how they're
I love that.
styled. It looks really nice. So yeah, that's what I'm like trying to do. And like I'm always moving my plants around. But yeah, I like to see them grow. I like the how I feel accomplished when I take care of them. And taking care of them too, like I love to like listen to music or put on a book or a podcast and just go around and spend that time watering my plants, repotting them, and just kind of getting lost in that whole process of taking care of them. So that's another reason why I like them.
That's true. It's like when it's time to repot, it's like I haven't done it yet. Why not? You have dirt because it's going to be like a project. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I'm going to put music on. I'm going to prepare my floor, prepare the pots, and then get into it. Because just
Yeah.
the feeling of getting my hands dirty in the dirt is just so pleasing to me as well.
And
Think
we're getting good weather to do that. So that's the fun part. I think that's a plus for me right now because my plants will need to be repotted and cleaned all outside. I came in my nice backyard and
so.
just get it
You
all
bring those
done.
outside to do it, Claudia?
Yeah, I like to do it outside.
Me too. If when it's warm, like I'll do it
Yeah.
outside. If I have to emergency pot, sometimes you have to emergency repot your plants, and I'll just do it in the house. But
Mhm.
I like to
It's a little
set.
messy.
Yeah, I like to be outside in the sun and like so
Yeah.
nice when it's warm and
Yes.
being able to do that.
I can't
I
wait.
remember doing it outside maybe once, or every time my mother's taking care of her plants because she's amazing. I'm like, here you go.
You give her yours
Yeah,
to
like
do.
look at
She
this
does it
one.
outside.
She'll do it
Yeah, she
outside.
does.
But me just doing it all outside and having to bring them inside, I'm like, okay,
Yes.
I quit. I'm done.
Why?
So I like to do
Oh,
it here, clean it, put it in a spot,
you give
repot,
it a
put
little
it there.
extra sun when you're
Yeah, I
out
know.
there and
I
it gets
have
a little
pictures of
air.
them outside when we first started, like the baby plants, but I've never repotted them outside again after. It was just literally right in
And I
front.
feel like it's messy in the house.
Yeah,
It is, but you clean it
definitely.
after.
No, I know, but why?
Extra
I'd
work
rather be messy outside. I just leave the dirt
outside. Yeah,
outside.
Yeah.
I agree.
And then there's those heavy pots that can't go. Like I have some cement vases or pots that I'm like, there's no way. Or the plant is too big. I remember when Crookie's mother was too big. There was no way could. So we had to like, it was a project. Pull it down, take out the old dirt, put it back up. It was a big project. But that plant is so good, the Crookie's family, that you can literally, let's say it's getting way too long. You can like cut right on the trunk, put it in water, it will survive. And then you cut pieces of other trunks and it will survive.
How about the mother plant? Like if you just cut the top off, does it like branch out or it grows up just like it grows a new branch? Like how does it grow?
So like this one was a cutout
Mm-hmm.
of like the mother, or probably just a piece of trunk, and then it just shoots up the leaves.
But the mother would do the same thing too, will shoot up new leaves. Or okay. Do you cut the mother or you cut the babies that grow off of the mother is what I'm asking.
It whichever way, like when you separate them, you can cut the babies that grow, but you can actually cut the mother, pot it, and it will still survive to make the
top
trunk.
part. What about the bottom part?
Yes, even the bottom part without
How does it grow?
You put it in water for
In
a
water.
while.
No, the bottom part, the part that's already in soil.
Oh, it will end up growing and then shooting up new leaves because the leaves come from the side trunk. They have
so that it'll grow new ones on the side.
It grows new leaves, or not even leaves, the whole thing on the side.
A new trunk, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like those plants. I think they're so pretty too.
I like the white and green. So we keep calling them crookie family, but they're dumb canes. They're called dumb canes
Okay.
for people who know plants, so they know what we're talking about. Because what are these girls talking about crookie?
Crookie.
Crookie.
It's plants, it's them, it's crookies.
We like
Monsters.
nicknaming things. Yeah, monsteras. That one's got to be my favorite one.
Yeah, it's so beautiful.
It's so
And
pretty.
seeing monsteras in the wild, like, ooh, they're so
Yes, that was
big.
so huge.
So nice.
I just took a
Do
video.
you
of one
think
of them.
after a while you'll have a plant that's too big for your house?
Yeah.
That literally, yeah.
Yeah.
The monstera, maybe.
Yep.
Yeah, my monstera. The thing about monstera is they
It
grow
grows
out. It doesn't
outward.
just grow up, it grows out. It like takes up a
The
lot
whole
of
space.
They
space.
do. It really
Even
does.
if you try to put them on a pole, they still will shoot out leaves out instead of up, unless you like really stake them to like something substantial.
And these
which,
aerial roots too that grows out of them.
yeah, but they're so nice, so tropical.
It feels like they belong outside, but they
Oh,
make
they
a house.
definitely do.
So what does your family think about all your plants and your plants? Do they
Well,
help you with it?
No, my kids hate my plants. They want no part of it. I'm always like, "Oh, look at your sister. She's so
You did that
big."
too?
And they think I'm crazy, but I'm
Yeah.
like, "They're my children too." So, but yeah, my husband likes plants. He doesn't care to like care for them, but he likes plants. There's this one plant that he likes. You know my little mini monstera that's growing straight up?
Mhm.
It's like literally just one vine that's
Yeah.
it went
Yeah.
as high as the pole that I gave it. Like the bamboo pole I gave it is like 6 feet, and it's past that, and I don't have anything bigger. So now it's
Drooping.
like vining out like to the left, and it's growing against the wall. And he's like, don't cut it, let it grow. And I'm like ready to chop it. So I'm like, okay, that's definitely his favorite plant.
Aw.
But yeah, he says he loves plants. He loves houses with plants, but like no one in my family really cares to help me. No one will help me repot unless I'm like forcing
need
the
help.
kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need help. Like, can you hold this plant while I take the pot
Yeah.
out? They hate that, it's messy and you got to water them and it's annoying. Like, I just wish at least like one of my kids were into plants, but at least not yet, hopefully in the future they will be. But yeah, I mean, they really don't pay any mind to them. So
Yeah.
it's all me.
Well, in this house, everybody loves them, but everybody takes care of their own plant. Not
That's
that
good,
my
at least.
son has his own plant or my husband, but I always think of my mother who's upstairs and my sister who's upstairs. So I was like, I have my own plants to take care of. I was like, but I'm going away for a week. Can you please watch my plants? And I'll call my mother. She's like, your sister, she sucks. She never went to visit your plants. She never watered them. I had to do it because, she's like, well, I have my own plants to worry about. But yeah, it's all me too. It's all watering, love. It's all me.
Yeah, me too. It's all me. My husband calls it the florist, floresta in Creole, so the jungle, the little corner of jungles, he says. But he likes them too. And he
Yeah,
won't
who
care for
doesn't,
them.
right? Who really
I mean,
is
I
going to be like,
don't know.
ugh, plants suck. Because they don't. Nothing sucky about them.
They
Unless
bring
they're
us
stinky.
life.
Yeah.
They
He'd
do.
be like, oh, those are so pretty.
They
Oh,
bring
that one's
in
growing
very
looking nice.
good,
But
positive energy.
he won't take time to, water it. Or remember we went on vacation, I had to like have my mother go water my plants too because he would forget.
Yeah, I had to bribe my daughter with money. I told her, if you water my plants, I'll pay you $20 when I get back. Although, we did have a couple casualties, but for the most part, she did okay.
So you guys have a wish list of plants?
Not anymore.
Yes, I do. It's whoever has plants to give me, I'll take it. That's my wish list.
She has every plant on it.
I'll take your baby. I'll take your propagation. I love propagating plants.
Yeah, you do.
I think I've gotten all the plants that I've wanted, so I'm happy
until
about
a new
that.
one shows up that you don't have.
New ones show up all the time, I think, but I just got to the point that I was happy with the collection that I have. And there's more, no, true. There's a lot more plants that I don't have. But here's the other thing too, is like I never wanted to be that person that was spending a lot of money on plants. Like I'm not spending more than $30 on one plant. And even that's a lot for me. You know, why'd you make that face?
Because with $30, I'm better be bringing home at least 3 plants.
Right. So even $20 when I'm like, ooh, like I'll go up to 20, but I'm like, ooh, you know what I mean? Like 15, 10, 5. That's it. If it's $5, if it's $10, $15, I'll buy it. But anything more than that, I'm like, it has to already have its own cute pot. You know what I mean? Because now I'm considering the cost of the pot in that price too. So I'm like, okay, $20 with a cute pot. You know, a pot is like $5, $10. And then the plant, that makes sense. But if I'm just buying a plant or a cutting for $20, $30, like that's never been me. Because first of all, I've noticed over the years that a plant might be rare or hard to find. And then a year or two later, now they're all over the place. Home Depot's carrying them. You know what I mean? So if I just have a little patience, eventually I'll be able to have that plant. But yeah, I don't have any right now. I think it's because I've fallen over the like plant craze. I'm not crazy about plants. I'm just crazy about the ones I have now, you know?
Yeah.
I don't have a wish list anymore either. I think I've gotten all of them that I wanted because I've fallen from taking care of them and I've lost the ones I really wanted. I'm going to have to get the ones I've lost.
Like what's one that you've lost that you want back?
I definitely want the turtle back.
Girl, you couldn't go for the third try. Maybe, what do they say?
Third time's the charm. Yeah. And then I also lost the fig plant.
Oh, fiddly figs. Those are not easy.
I'm trying to remember. Oh, okay.
And they sign on me. And I'm like, they make it after like 6 months. So after 6 months, I can't keep them alive. And I bought
let me ask you, why do you think though? Like anybody really, and I'm hopefully experts with plants can actually.
Well, they're from the same family as the burgundy rubber tree.
There you go. You said the word I was looking for.
So they're from the same family. Ficus plants is what they're called. And I think they thrive better outside. They need a lot of light and you have to be very consistent. So now that I think about it, I have a baby fig tree. And I struggled with that one for a long time. And then now it's finally starting to give me leaves. But that one it's designed to have little leaves. Like it's a baby one. Like I see the big, the big, huge floor plant ones. Those are the ones I always look at and I'm like, ooh, I would love to have one of these. But I'm like, the struggle that I went with the baby one, I don't want to have that same struggle with a big ass plant, and those plants minimum $60.
Yeah, they're expensive.
But again, it's worth it. It's a big ass plant, so I get it. But that would probably be, now that I think about it, the one plant that I would say I would want.
Yeah, they're beautiful. And my thing, what I was trying to get at was that again, these plants are trees.
Yeah, exactly.
They're trees. Trees are not made to thrive inside your house. I understand.
And
if you
we
have a
live
huge window and a humongous pot, because I've seen.
And you live in hot weather 24/7. We have summer maybe 3 months out of the year. So what the heck is that? These plants are like, where are you taking me?
Yeah.
Like, why do you think
a lot of it's not us, it's the environment. Thinking we can bring a tree. Like we go back home to Cape Verde, we see fig trees, right?
All the time.
And they have the fruit. It literally bears the fruit. So like you're crying because you killed your little baby fig tree inside your house. Yeah, it didn't survive because it's not in its proper
meant to be in your house.
Yeah.
But some people get huge pots so they can have at least that much dirt, because you need that much dirt, and then plant those trees and they do thrive, like if you go to hotels and you'll see the pots as tall as you are sometimes for a tree,
but you also can supplement with like those lights, those grow lights.
Oh yeah.
So that's something like I've never really experimented with that, but people who are hardcore plant people, they'll have cabinets with those lights and everywhere. So that's like really trying to make that condition for that plant.
Yeah, and the humidifier in the rooms and things like that. So there are a lot of things that you could do in your home to make them thrive the way you would want to. I just think it hasn't been something where I'm at.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd ever get to that point either. Because remember, I said like I like plants for their aesthetic, and I'm not trying to have these purple lights and these crazy big ass humidifiers in my
In my
house. I
home.
would rather find plants that will thrive normally in my house than try to simulate my house to think for the plant to think
greenhouse.
it's like
Unless you have a room dedicated just for
and
that.
I,
Yeah, you know what I mean?
yeah.
The new plant place I found, it was freezing in it. It's so cold, but all these plants look amazing.
Really?
Yeah, and I was like, oh my God, but I think maybe plants like that.
Plants
But
do not like to be cold.
Well, these plants do now, because when you walk in, you're gonna see she has everything and
Well, how long have the
everything.
plants been there? Maybe they've
I
only
asked
been there
her,
a couple of
she's
days.
been she's been there. She's probably been there for a year or so or more, because she goes, oh, I opened, I don't remember, but we can ask her again when we visit.
But how
She
long
has
do those plants stay on her shelf? Maybe she restocks and a week or two later the plant is gone. So the plant's not really living there that long.
Well, we have to ask. Some of them, literally, that place looks like it's there for you to walk through and be like, thanks, so beautiful, and leave. Like, because she also sells a lot of other little things, but the way she has it decorated, it's like, oh, I shouldn't touch that. Don't touch it. Like,
it's not for sale.
It's not. Yeah, it doesn't look for sale. None of those plants look for sale, but I'm sure she sells. Yeah,
This looks like a garden.
so cute, cute.
The not so fun part.
What?
Killing them. It's not the fun
Not
part.
on purpose. I don't like.
We're gonna
plants
stop
die.
saying, and we're gonna tell our listeners to stop saying I kill plants.
Yeah,
we don't kill them.
Plants
That's
die. It's
true.
part of the life cycle. But I think it's more so you feel responsible. Like if there's more that I can do, or I didn't do enough, or maybe if you know what I mean? Like, oh, let's say a plant was fine and then you repot it and then it starts dying. Now you feel guilty.
Yes, yes.
You know what I
we've
mean?
had
So
those
I
moments.
think it's more that, and especially too, let's say it's a plant that you spent $50 on. That hurts. That hurts to lose that plant. Like, I'm not trying to lose $50 like that.
That's why we're not buying that plant.
True. That's why for me, like, I try my best to take care of my plants, but if they don't make it, I'm like, okay, whatever, I'll just get another one, or it is what it is. Because I think of too, like, okay, I'll buy flowers, I'll buy like eucalyptus, they die, so it's not like I wasted the money. I enjoyed it while I had it. So the same thing with the plant.
You should buy a eucalyptus tree.
I know, yeah. Imagine
better not die.
Yeah, that would not live, girl. That would not live in my house.
Yeah, and the other thing too, like, we don't necessarily want to kill our plants, but if we learn, if we educate ourselves, like, on the right dirt, because there is the right dirt, right? The right food, plant food, they'll thrive better when we become we get some knowledge on how to take care of them.
Yeah, that helps too. But I also think too, just you monitoring your plant, like just not studying your plant, but seeing how they respond to different things. Like when you start to see their leaves wilt, okay, that's an indication that it needs water. You know what I mean? So you really have to, you start to know your plants, the more you start, really pay attention to their health. Like, how do they look when you first got them? Okay, now that you've had them for a while, do they still look the same? Like, what are you doing? Are you giving them too much water? Are you giving not enough water? Do they need more light? Do you need to give them to a friend because they hate your house?
No.
Like my beautiful plant that I had to give away.
You've given me a couple of beautiful plants because you're like, it hates me.
Yeah, like orchids hate me.
Yep, I have your orchid.
They hate me.
I think one or two. I don't think they hate you.
I don't think they hate me, but
especially with orchids, you got to be patient with them. Keep them by a wind. Keep them by the sun.
Right. That's the thing.
When they're not flowering, they don't look so cute. It's just those leaves.
I think that's my problem is I have this one spot in my house that's if my plants, it's the sun is there all the time. So if the plants are dying, I move them there, but I can't have all my plants there.
Yeah.
So I move them around and, sorry, you got to go. You get booted.
They're like, she moved me from the hot spot.
And so they die.
And then kicks me out the house.
Hey, I sent you to a better home. You should be happy. Now you're living and thriving.
No thought is though, because she'll put them in the basement.
Locks them up in the dungeon. Throw away the key.
So bad. My babies are down there. And when I go down there and I'm like, I don't see you every day, so I can't talk to you like I normally would.
Send the 3 human ones who don't want to talk to you downstairs and bring 3 plants up. to your office.
Like, go downstairs and go talk to my plant since you don't want to talk to me.
Yeah.
No, we're gonna get back to the life. I'm just settling in.
Sure,
Still a
sure.
plant mom. I still love my plants, and they love me when I do the right things to
Yeah.
keep them alive.
I've always been a plant mom. I love being a plant mom, and I hope that we got you guys excited to be plant moms. If you're not, I know we've gotten a lot of people to
Oh,
become
yeah.
plant moms because
Definitely.
all of a sudden I always get, why do you need so many plants? Why do you need so many plants too? Girl, I bought plants. Oh, now you bought plants?
Yeah.
Really? And then a year later, I never said that. Yeah, you did. You told me why I needed so many plants, and now you have all these plants. So don't tell me.
It's like
Yeah.
once you have one, it's like you can't stop. You want more. You want more. You want more.
I know, especially when you have them on pretty pots and they're just beautiful plants. I will kick everybody out and just stay with my plants. Like,
Just me and my plants. That's all I need.
And my cat.
Yeah.
Vanilla and her cat.
yeah, I just saw my notebook that you gave me. The plant mom's the new cat mom.
Cat
That's
mom.
what it says.
That's you.
I'm the plant and cat mommy. Yeah, I am a plant mom because my son grew up calling plants his siblings, right?
Poor
That's
kid.
your brother. That's your sister. He till this day, he's about to be 17, and he'll say like, "Look, mom, look at my sister, or look at my brother." And I have this one plant. I forgot what they're called, but the one that droops when it's thirsty, so dramatic. Not the prayer plants, the other ones with the little leaves with the white.
Peace lily, another plant that hates me.
Oh, yeah.
3 times I killed
They
that
don't
plant.
hate you. They don't like your
I've never
surroundings.
killed mine. And whenever it's
Because they like water, that's why.
Yeah, whenever it's like look like it's dead, I'm like, okay, I get it. It's time to water, you guys. So I let that plant tell me when they really need water.
Yeah, those plants are cool because they do tell you when they need water. But my problem is, even when I know they need water, I let them go a few more days without water, so they just die on me.
Even when they're like laying
Just
flat
walk
on the
right by
ground.
them.
I'll be like, oh, I need to water that plant, and then I'll have another thought and completely forget, and then 2 days later be like, oh snap, I need to water that plant.
Maybe it's a good thing I don't hide that one, because maybe if it was kind of, for example, if it was at the window, I don't see it every day, but because it's on the middle table, I see it all the time.
Yeah.
Now, do you water them
once a week?
Like, I like to put mine in the tub, like the big ones.
Depends for me.
Yeah, and then some of them I put them in a bowl and I let the water suck from underneath.
Yes, I have plants that I do that, especially the rubber plant. I noticed instead of putting water like over it, just put some at the bottom and let it suck it. There's a couple of plants that what does they call it? Bottom watering. Bottom watering, yeah. So I do have
I like to bring my plants to the shower when I want to wash their leaves, especially the big ones. I'll do that. Or bring them outside in the summer.
Yeah.
I used to do a lot of bottom watering, but it's just too much work. I'm too impatient and I don't do that anymore.
It takes time.
Well, I'll forget about them. And then I feel like I've given them too much water. So
my mom's looks so pretty that I'm so jealous.
Which one?
My mom's does
all
too.
Of hers.
And what?
My mom's plants are just big. Like
her windows are always closed. She literally don't touch it. Don't touch her plants. She hardly touches them. Sometimes like that plant, you need to touch that plant. Don't tell me what I need to do. Like,
but do they look good?
And they look so good.
Yeah.
Her plants are unbothered. Probably they got no dust because she
trained
cleans her homes like that. But like, Mama, we sol. Oh, the sun's so beautiful. Nope. My plants are fine. I'm like, okay. But yeah, they do good.
Yeah, my mom wasn't into plants. She wasn't.
Well, even growing up, did you guys have plants at home? Like I know we've always had
it. Always. Yeah, always.
I think Cape Verdean families always have plants.
At least that one, the one you have, Crookie's family, the peace lily, like you see those all the time.
I love the peace lilies. My first peace lily, your auntie gave it to me.
Yeah,
and I still have it. That's another old plant. What? How old is?
12.
They're 12. So 12. I've had that for her. And I've had so many like cuttings of it, like my mother has it. Yeah, so what's your thriving? Let Naya go first. She's the cray plant mommy.
Not anymore.
You go first with a thriving
moment.
Your thriving takeaway, giveaway or something. Yeah.
What I want our audience to take away, I want people to get plants. If you don't have any plants, I think it's an amazing thing to have. Helps you with mental health. I know we didn't go too deep into like the whole mental health aspect of it, but it's definitely a good thing to have to help you with nurturing something, taking care of something, giving you responsibility. So if you don't have any plants, definitely look into getting at least one plant. I'm sure you'll feel very happy and rewarded as it grows. If you do have plants, let us know which one's your favorite and why.
Agreed. See, thrive and take
Um,
away.
Think about your time when you get plant. I think it looks so pretty what they require sometimes. So if you really are on the go all the time, you should probably focus on the low light, less watering type of plants. So like do a little bit
Snake
of a research,
plants.
yeah, on your style, your lifestyle. Because I think some of the plants, the reason why they haven't really thrived was due to my lifestyle. So I think that's important. That's a good takeaway. And like Naya said, get into, if you haven't had any, try at least one. And then, because how I started, they gave me one and I was like, oh my God, I have a green thumb. I can do this. I got into the second, the third one. And then, you build that confidence that you can nurture them and take care of them. And then it's a learning process. And yeah, let us know what's your favorite one. If you do have one, or if you've listened to us and you tried one, come back and let us know the one that you picked and why you liked it. Because we really want to be engaged with our audience. So please come back and let us know.
Yay.
Cool. I'll probably just piggyback off Claudia, say like, everything you said, find out the appropriate soil for different plants, what kind of food helps them out. Plants will sure thrive.
Yep. Trust me, there's plenty of information out there because
Oh, yeah.
everybody's been craving and going crazy for plants. So
And if you want to see, if you guys want to see beautiful plants thriving, our beautiful Nair has a page on Instagram called Journey Through Growth.
Yes, but it's not very updated.
It's okay, but it has plants. So
it has a few of my plants. You can see what I have.
Yeah, you'll see a lot of different types of plants. I'm sure you'll find something that you've never even know existed, because I know I learned during this time that a lot of different plants that I've never seen before.
Alrighty. Thanks for listening. Come back. Look us up on social media.
Follow us. Subscribe.
Yes.
We'd love to hear from you.
Follow us on our email as well. We have all of the stuff linked into our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Podbean, where you can listen to us.
Spotify,
Venture
Google,
Out.
all your streaming platforms.
Share, click, and like.
Whoop, whoop.
No.
No.
Yeah, that's better.
Oh, okay.
Whoop,
whoop, whoop.
Whoop.
Thanks for listening, everyone.
Thank
See you
you.
next
Go
week.
be wonderful plant parents.
Bye.